respected principal of this college, Dr. Bale, respected executive director, respected vice principal, teachers, dear students, parents and invited guests. A very warm good morning to all of you. I am coming to this college for the first time. I am told that this college is 13 years old. Now completed the 13th birthday or going to celebrate. So you students who are just now graduates, and after this function you are supposed to be called as graduates. That is a transformation from a graduate to a graduate. This is a British custom of having a gown or a robe and a cap. It started in Europe long back and we inherited it like the English language. You know, there is a system, I think many are not aware of it. You can see a lace on your cap, all of you. As per custom, before the graduation is over, it has to be on the left side. After the graduation ceremony is over, it has to be put on the right side. Don't worry whether it is on left side or right side. I have seen nowadays some caps, the lace is fixed. You cannot change. But the conventional cap, the lace will be fixed at the center so that it can be put to this side or it can be put to this side. But I have seen in one or two caps it is there. Don't worry about it. That is customary, that's all. So, today you are having your convocation, or in easy terms we call it as the graduation day. I think this must be the 10th batch passing out from here because you started 13 years back. I am not happy that only girls are here. I would have liked to see some boys also. But no regret on seeing only girls because you are more powerful than the other gender. I am seeing the change everywhere. When I was a BTech student, we had only one lady teacher in the college. By the time I retired, 70% of the teachers were ladies. And in the college presently where I am working, majority students and majority teachers are females. So world is undergoing a gender change, we can say. Except in the war field, all other areas are dominated by feminine power. Have you heard about Indira Nooyi, who led one of the biggest corporates in the world? She is an Indian who came out from a village in Tamil Nadu, a much backward village than our village. And she headed one of the top 10 corporations in the world. So girls are not second to anyone. Have that belief system. And one more thing is, there's a prediction that in the near future, 70% of the wealth related activities in the world will be controlled by women. 70%. Are you happy? And women are better in controlling wealth. Why? There are less drunkards among women. I don't say that there are none, but there are less. There are very less people among the women who consume intoxicating drugs. So that means most of the time you are with common sense. That is why you can control a family, you can control a country. The most powerful prime ministers in the world were women, including Indira Gandhi and Margaret Thatcher. Because they know how to manage the household and that extends up to the country level. Now coming to the reality, by genetical nature, you are having much more difficulties to survive. The fitness to survival, we say that it is more with the men because they have got muscle power. But it is not so real. Once in a public meeting, I was advising that men should have reserved seats in the bus. Then somebody asked me why. Now, Where reservation is there in the buses and all, females have got reserved seats. But that is not genuine. Why? Because no man can stand on two legs. Men always stand on one leg. You observe anybody? Only one leg, even I am standing with my weight on one leg. Then I will change out to the other leg. That is the system. Our frame, our bone frame is made like that. But women have got a peculiar capacity. They can stand on both the legs with equal pressure. It's a nature's gift. Do you understand what I am saying? So who should have reserved the seats in the bus? People standing on two legs or people standing on single leg? What do you say? Men. Maybe in the future it will come. When women dominate, they will feel, okay, let the men take some seats. It can happen. But the society is undergoing drastic change. We are seeing it every day. As I have told, earlier days, the boys in the college used to organize everything, control everything, lead everything, decide everything. Totally changed. In my college, I am seeing the girls are dominating. In most of the colleges I know, the girls are dominating in activities. That is why they can go to the industry, they can go to the academics, they can go to the research, and they can do it well. Because slightly, gradually, the social change is setting on. So don't think that you are a secondary gender, you are the primary gender. Then what is your duty actually? Being a primary gender, just claiming that I am well off is not enough. You have to prove your mirth and might, otherwise you are of no use. Society undergoes a tremendous change. There is a prediction that within 10 years, the Kerala society will be totally changed. You know what are the predictions? First prediction is, youngsters in this state is going to be a very rare commodity, including many of you. I know many of you will have dreams to go abroad. Yes? When I talk to my students, they tell it, we want to go abroad. Remember, our state is becoming an aged state. Today morning I was seeing some statistics about the number of houses which are vacant in Kerala. Some 8 years back we had a discussion in the Kerala State Planning Board. At that time we were surprised to see that out of the 87 lakhs houses in Kerala, 14 lakhs are lying vacant. Can you imagine? Big houses, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 square feet houses. They are lying vacant. And that too mostly in the southern districts. Why? Nobody to dwell there. No inhabitant. They have all left. Next generation is not coming back. Casually one day, when I was traveling in a train, I met a bank manager working in a place near Tiruvalla. He told me in his bank more than 100 crores rupees lying idle, nobody to claim. Can you imagine? Because some old people have deposited it. Their next generation is all abroad. They don't know about the money and they are not interested in coming. Because this 1 crore or 2 crore is only peanut to them. They will be getting dollars or pounds or euros, where this 1 crore or 2 crore in the bank will be just a spending they do in 1 or 2 months, that's all. No concern for it. So we have got a changing society. And another prediction which makes me a lot concerned is that within 10 years, arranged marriages in Kerala will vanish. That has shocked me. That has shocked me because arranged marriages in Kerala is going to vanish means the social system in Kerala is going to change. We have to be a bit careful because so far we were a society, I don't say that we were such a conservative society, we were a society having certain values. These arranged marriages were a part of those values, parents suggesting a boy or girl, the child or the daughter or son accepting it, and then it becomes a bondage between two families. In Kerala, every marriage was a bond between two families, not between two individuals. But when it comes to personalized choice, When a girl is picking a boy, it becomes a marriage between two individuals, not two families. This is the danger I am seeing. I am not against one girl or boy picking another girl or boy. That is different thing. But the bond between the families will never exist. And if the bond between the families are not there, the stability of that marriage and the financial support that marriage can bring in and the family system that marriage can bring in will be lost. Like in many of the European countries, many of the American countries, at the age of 16, the children will go away from the house. That is why I am concerned about it. Because one of my relatives, my cousin sister, she was working in Chandigarh Medical College. Herself and husband, they went to US for a better prospect, for higher sale. Next time when they came to Kerala, they were coming and crying, saying that the day their daughter became 16 years of age, she left the house, saying that I am going to stay separate. By law, they cannot retain her. If the parents pressurize to retain her at home, they are punishable as per the US laws. She has gone alone. She started staying in a separate flat with someone else. This has happened. So that is my concern. So you are all girls. Some of you may be still believing in the family system you are having. Whatever happens to the social system, you have seen the plus and minus points of your family system. If you want to retain it, be very cautious. Why be very cautious? To break a system, it is very easy. In Malayalam, there is a saying, there is a slogan which says that Mangudam Puttika. Have you heard it? Breaking an earthen pot is very easy, but you cannot join it. But breaking a golden pot is very difficult, but you can still join it. Did you get the point? So, breaking the family system is very easy. But bringing closer again is, you just see the divorce rates going on in Kerala. Those who have been divorced have never come back. Who are the sufferers? The next generation. I am seeing it among. So, this family system, please take extra care. Then the next thing is, what you have to aspire for. What is your, see, life has got some mission, like what Shakespeare has told in his drama. Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sounds and fury, signifying nothing. Have you studied it? In some of the drama you would have studied it maybe. Life is only a tale. We have got a short span on this earth. So what is the meaning of life is, make this meaningless existence meaningful. That's all. Like Eliot was once told, where is the life we have lost in living? She is saying, the life we have lost in living. So finding the meaning for life is the purpose of life. And what we need in life? We need wealth to survive. We need health to survive. We need character to survive. We need society to survive. We need people to survive. If all these things have to be surviving, you should have everything beyond that, which is called the attitude to life. Life you can live in a positive way, life you can live in a negative way. Life you can live happily, life you can live miserably. Which one you prefer naturally? Which life you prefer? Happy life or miserable life? Anybody in this group who like a miserable life? Anybody? Raise the hand if you don't like to have a happy life, you want to live a miserable life. But I heard an English paraphrase long time back, which says that even that is not a concern, because it says only two things you have to be concerned about: whether you are ill or whether you are well. If you are well, nothing to worry about. Why? You are healthy, you will prosper. If you are ill, there are two things to worry about: whether you will die or whether you will live. If you live, nothing to worry about, you will survive. And if you die, you have two things to worry about: whether you will go to hell or whether you will go to heaven. If you go to hell, if you go to heaven, everything is provided there. Am I right? Swargam or Suvarkam or whatever it is, everything is available there. Many people live on this earth to go to heaven. It's imaginary, but still. But so if you go to heaven, nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, what is there to worry about? All your friends will be there. Not the point. So nothing to worry about at all. Maybe it's an old saying, but almost true. So making the life meaningful, we should have a desire for life. That is most important thing. A desire to live happily, to live a rich life. In psychology, your principal is from the psychology background. I was very happy to hear that. In psychology, there is what is called a happiness index. It's a Western concept. I think some students who have studied psychology would have come across it. In the happiness index in the global rating, India is very high. Why India is very high? We are all very happy? It is not like that. We are ready to keep away so many things. Like there is a very famous Upanishad called Ishavasya Upanishad. Have you heard of it? Have you heard the names of Upanishad? Ishavasya is one of the 10 major Upanishad, Dashopanishad. It's one. Ishavasya Upanishad starts like this. Ishavadhyamidam sarvam yad kincha jagatyam jagat kena tattena bhunjida ma vrudha katsya siddhana. Anybody who studied Sanskrit here? Forget it. I'll tell the meaning. He has studied, so he must be knowing it well. The meaning of this sloga is this. The God is omnipresent. Everywhere He is present. But this earth, Jagatyam Jagat, means it is only momentary. This world is only momentary. Earth will die. The universe will die. You will die. So this is only, it's only a mithya, means it's only an imaginary thing. It doesn't have omnipresence throughout the end of the cosmos. It's not going to be there. It may vanish. So, what it says, so consume only very less and don't desire for others' wealth. Don't desire for others' wealth. This is the message it gives. So to be happy in your life, you should not aspire for somebody else's wealth. You should not aspire for excessive consumption of anything on this earth. It is the wrong thing. To desire for the things or resources of this world which are meant for even coming generations, you are not supposed to do. That is the meaning of this slogan. But as a student, what is your purpose? You have completed a degree. The first thing you have to do is make a purpose for life. If you do that, say for example you are starting from Karavanna, somebody is asking you where you are going. If you say I don't know, what does it mean? If you say I don't know, what does it mean? Either you are a lunatic or you have not target. Am I right? You are yet to decide on it. So you are going from, whenever you go out of this college, you have got a destination. Either your home or the market or the shopping mall, wherever it is, you have a target. But have you fixed a target for your life? The main thing in life, whether you succeed in life or whether you fail in life, it depends on whether you fix your target. That target can be anything. People say, if you aim the sky, you may land at least on the treetop. Got it? Many students approach me saying that they want to try for civil service examination. Civil service is a great examination. And you get a great job after that because you can become a district collector or you can become a district police superintendent. So many services are there in civil service. And you know how many people get it? Around 15 lakhs people appear for the preliminary examination. Out of that 1 lakh people can appear for the main examination. Out of that 2,000 people will be called for the interview. Out of that 1,000 people will be selected for the job. Out of that 100 people will get IAS. Another 100 may get IPS. What is the chance? Just imagine. So whoever comes for civil service, I tell them, yes, you try for it. But always keep a second option. At least in your life, you should have 4 options. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. This is the wise thing to do. What is Plan A? Plan A should be something you can achieve with great effort and luck. Like civil service. You know, the most difficult examination in the world is IIT entrance examination. Most difficult exam. The second difficult exam in the world is civil service exam. Have you heard this? Narayana Murthy, the Infosys founder, once made a statement. I tried for admission for my son in the IIT. At that time only 6 IITs were there. Now there are many, 23 IITs are there. When I studied, we had only 6 IITs at that time. Right now 23 are there. So maybe a bit dilution is there. Narayana Murthy told that, Narayana Murthy is one of the richest men in India, Infosys founder. He told that I tried for admission for my son in the IIT. He couldn't clear it. So I got admission for him at MIT. Have you heard about MIT? Massachusetts Institute of Technology, science people should have heard it. That is the number one institution in the world where the teachers are all Nobel laureates. And Narayana Murthy could get his son admitted there, but couldn't get admitted in IIT. So that is the toughness of that examination, I'm saying. So when you plan for something, keep options open. Don't think that I'll become this only. I know one boy who studied for 8 years for civil service examination, couldn't clear it, and is now under depression. He doesn't know what to do. So don't do that. Have some options open. Because in any examination, now you would have got different percentage of marks. Somebody would have got 9.5 CGPA, somebody would have got, you are in CGPA only, your marks also. Or in marks, the CGPA. Somebody would have got only 6. Don't rate people by that. I had an experience, I'll tell you. Once I went to Dubai, my old students, because I have been in many institutions, I have got around 30,000 old students, that coverage is there. So many of them assembled in that Hotel Ajman in Sharjah, and they offered me a dinner. So when I was attending that dinner, one man came late and came running to me. And immediately I identified him. I told him, you are very early because half an hour late. Meeting has already started. Then he was saying, sorry sir, I am very sorry, I had some urgent work to do. Then his friends sitting behind were saying, sir, he is not the old boy, he has now 30 engineers working under him. Why he is not the old boy? He was a BTech student, he didn't pass. Then he spent 8 more years to pass that degree. Imagine, after completing the course, he went out of the college, he had to try 8 more years to get a degree, and he is employing 30 engineers who have passed the first time with honors marks. It can happen. So, whether you succeed in life or not, it's not, your CGPA is not an indicator of that. But remember, for average people, that CGPA is very important because it decides your destiny. So don't say that a man who failed in engineering became an employer of 30 engineers, so I can fail in my degree and I can become great. Difficult to happen. Why? Because maybe only 1 in 1,000 become like that. In general, people who perform well in their degrees get the jobs easily, get settled in life easily, and they also have an ingenious capacity, a self-capacity for growing better in life. Why? Because at the time of study, whether you have a degree in psychology or you do a degree in English, you are putting your effort to score better. So your mind and mien are programmed to take effort. That is it. A student who is consistently absent in the classes will never become a good employee. Why? Absenteeism is in his blood and brain. In my college days, I always used to get 100% attendance. Then when I told this to my daughter, when she was just joining BTech, I told my daughter, I always used to get 100% attendance. Then she took a vow, then I will also get. And she got 100% attendance. What is the advantage of this attendance? People may laugh at you if you say, I got 100% attendance. The point is, you are not learning everything from the classroom. I know it. Students, most of the students learn from the books, learn from the YouTube, or learn from some other recording, or learn from reading, whatever it is. It's not must that you are learning from the classroom. I know very few people learn from the classroom because, but used to have a bad habit. I used to mug up as much from the classroom. Why? Because anyway you are sitting there idle, you are spending your time. If you can try to understand from the classroom, so teachers are here, you can just check in the class how many have studied in the class. Suppose you are given an equation, you are given the Newton's equation, or you are told a particular verse from a poet. How many of you can by heart it in the class itself? You are doing it at home. You are wasting double the time. I still remember when I was in school, I used to study everything in the school itself. So by the time I reach home, whatever food the mother gives, I take it and I run away. Then I come back only late night. Nothing happened. Still I could become school topper. Why? That 6 hours I was in the classroom, I was putting my best. Everything which was taught in the classroom, plus in the interval time, I'll go through the textbooks also. Over. But only up to 10th it is possible. Beyond that, your content will be much heavy. You cannot suffice with the classroom studies. So, sitting in the class is a great effort. It tells you what to study, where to study, how to study. That is the point. What to study, where to study, how to study. That information is a vital information that is being transcended from the teachers to you. That is its value. I have realized it because since I used to sit in all the classes, I used to always ensure what is your difficulty. You start studying on the eve of the examination. You don't know where to start. You don't know what to study. This is the confusion. This is what you get from the classroom. I am not saying that every subject you can learn from the classroom. Difficult. You will learn very less from the classroom. But you are knowing this, what, where, how. That is the biggest learning. So, any classroom at the degree level, the teachers are not supposed to teach. Teachers are supposed to be facilitators. I had a professor who told the teachers always, when we have teacher training program, don't cover the syllabus. He says, don't cover the syllabus. He says, just uncover the syllabus. Did you get the point? You put in front of the students what are things to study, how you have to study, how you have to start preparation. And there's also an old saying in English which says, an average teacher teaches, a good teacher explains, a great teacher inspires. What does it mean? A great teacher doesn't have to teach. Even the presence is enough. You get inspired by that teacher. My father used to tell me a story long back. He has done his BA. At that time, doing a degree was even a great thing. You cannot do it locally. He was staying in the hostel and doing his degree at Kollam. There was a college called Fatima College. He was the first batch student there. And in the next college, next to compound, there is a college called SN College. In SN College, there was a very famous English teacher. His name was Velayathan Pillai. People used to call him Shakespeare Velayathan Pillai. Why, you know the reason? All the Shakespeare drama are by heart to him. That is why he was called Shakespeare Velayathan Pillai. He comes to the class, a small stage will be there on the class. He starts teaching it. He acts it like in the drama. Everybody is thrilled and sitting as they are seeing a performance and they learn it. And in this class, maybe 30 or 40 students may be there, but the entire class will be full and all the windows will be full. Around some 300, 400 people will attend. He doesn't object to it. The college management also doesn't object. They know that he is so popular. And my father used to say, their class people, they used to go and stand by the side of the window. For what purpose? To see him teach, to see his performance. That is the quality of a teacher. He doesn't need any advertisement. By the time I joined that college for studies, I also went to the same college, hearing this story. By that time he retired. I couldn't see his performance. He was still alive. But I had a luck. His daughter was my English teacher. And today I am talking to you in English because I owe it to her. I came from a Malayalam medium school. I was unable to talk in English. She trained me within 1 year. to talk in English and to win prize in English elocution. That is the training. So I think that gene has worked in her. Her father's gene were still in her. Great teachers are like that. You cannot forget them. Last year when I saw on the TV that she is no more, I was really sad because that is a teacher who has made an impact on me. And I have not gone to English, I have gone to engineering, but that English teacher could make an impact on my life. This is the impact your teachers can make in your life. So being in the class is very important. And that, don't think that it's a namesake thing, or don't think that it is an entertainment that you are going to sit in the class and enjoy something. Next thing what I have told is fix the target. Don't move here and there. As I told, when you get out of this building, if you are saying, I don't know where to go, some days you may go left side, some days you may go right side, you will end up nowhere. In life, this happens with 90% of the people. They don't know where they are destined to be. Your destiny is in your hand. Am I right? Many people say your destiny is in the God. No, that God is working inside you. Your destiny you have to decide. So you decide yourself where you fit into. There's a saying in English that there's a niche for everybody on this earth. This earth, everybody has got a niche. Like in Malayalam, there's a saying which says that ഓരോ അരിമണിയിലും പേരെഴുതി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെ there is a destiny for everyone. You have to identify it. How you can identify it? You conduct yourself a SWOT analysis. What is your strength? What is your weakness? What are your opportunities? And decide of it. Remember, if you have not decided this, you are not going to end up anywhere, because nowhere is an end. Only if you have a target, that is your destination. If you don't fix the target, there is no destination. And to some of the girl students, I used to ask them, especially I used to ask to students from rural area, what's your decision about your future? They say, some of them say, I want to get a degree, I want to get married to someone who is well off and take rest. Are you like that? How many of you are like that? Let me see. No one. So your college can be proud of you. That is not your life mission. You are born as an individual. You have only one life on this earth. All other life is only imagination. You have got only one life on this earth. You enjoy your life, you do your duty, you perform, and you make a place for you, the niche which I have told. Only then you succeed as an individual. So anybody who is going ahead without a lesson plan for the future will be a miserable failure. Don't become a failure. Fix up yourself where you want to end up. And you would have seen there are certain fish in the rivers. They swim against the flow. They don't swim in the flow. While swimming in the flow, the water will take you somewhere. But swim against the flow, you will reach where you want. So learn to swim against the flow. You will have setback. You will have criticism. If nobody is criticizing you, what is its meaning? You are useless. You understand what I am saying? If nobody is criticizing you, your parents or your teachers or your friends or your spouse is not criticizing you, you are useless. I always enjoy criticism. Why? That only can make you better. Criticism is like sharpening a knife. You know who is my most drastic critic? Who will be normally your most dreaded critic? Your spouse. Actually, when you get married and you have a family life, your husband or your wife will be the most dreaded critic, because they understand your weakness and your strength. Listen to them. Instead, don't quarrel with them. If they criticize you, understand that they are not criticizing you to belittle you. Your dear ones criticize you for you to improve. Your enemies may be criticizing you for you to get depressed. But your dear ones, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your spouse, they will be criticizing. And after an age, you will understand your children are still the better critic. Learn from them. We are not complete. Nobody is complete on this earth. and listen to them and see what we have to imbibe and what we have to reject. Don't accept every criticism. And in this world, it is very rare to get somebody praise you. How many of you would have got praise so far? Very few, I think. How many? Anybody praising you, saying that you are a great spirit, you are a smart fellow, you are an achiever? Anybody got that? No one? In my young days, I never got. Nowadays, people say. In my young days, I never got somebody say that you are very good, you are excellent. Nobody will say. Casually, I happened to come across a book written by Napoleon Hill. Have you heard his name? Napoleon Hill? He is not a psychologist, but he has written most of the books in psychology. Around 28 books he has written. In one of his books, he is saying a technique called self-stroking. Self-stroking. What does it mean? He says that if nobody is recognizing you or praising you, you start doing it yourself. For example, you have got very good marks. You got 8.5 CGPA. Unluckily, your neighbor got 9, so your parents will never praise you. Your classmates will never praise you because there is a 9 nearby. So what do you have to do? You have to praise yourself. Okay, I am potential, I have got 8.5. Next exam, I am going to get 9.5. Why not? That is what is called the achievement spirit, the success spirit. You yourself make feel. You yourself make believe that you can do it. And if you don't believe that you can be better than the other person, Napoleon Hill says another technique. Go in the wilderness where nobody will hear you and tell yourself loudly, I can do it, I can do it. Tell it 1,000 times, tell it 10,000 times. Suppose you want to be better than Y. You are X, the other person is Y. You want to be better than Y. Go in the wilderness, stand alone and say loud to you, I will be better than Y. Go on telling it every time. When you tell for 10,000, 20,000 times, your mind will start telling back to you, you will be better than Y. From that day onwards, every action you do will be to be better than Y. Got it? But I found a difficulty in doing that. What is the difficulty? Very difficult to get wilderness. Everywhere people are there. So next step is, Napoleon Hill says the solution. If you cannot find a place where you cannot stand alone, silently you tell your mind. This is called mind framing or mind tuning. If you cannot achieve something, I have tried it and I succeeded in that. For example, when I was a BTech student, I wanted a rank. Because I had a bet with my fellow student. He said that you cannot get rank. I said I can get rank. So I did it every day. Starting morning to evening, I did myself telling that I will get a rank. After few days, my mind started telling me, yes, you will get rank. So what happened? I reduced my going out of the room. I reduced my watering time. I reduced my filling time. I focus more on the studies. This is how you can train your mind. Will you do it? If you have a target in mind, if you don't have a target, you cannot train your mind. So mind training is one of the methods by which you can win. There is a very famous book, You Can Win. That's an Indian book. Have you heard that? Okay, read that book also. It's a very good book. It gives some more techniques. So what I'm saying is, don't let yourself down. You decide your destiny. In Mahabharata, there is 18th chapter called Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Have you heard of it? Everybody? Gita is supposed to be the most sacred book for the Hindus. In that book, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Uttare datmanatmanam na atmanam avasadayet. What does it mean? Only you can lift yourself up. Don't let yourself down. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your spouse, your children, they cannot lift you up. Only you can lift you up. So if you want to be a rich person, if you want to be a successful person, if you want to be a satisfied person, who can only do that? Who can do that? Only you can do that. So that is why the second verse of the same thing says, Na atmanam avasade. You should not let yourself down. You should not let yourself down. Lift up yourself. So nobody can make you great. Only you can make you great. That is what is required from each graduate. You are becoming a graduate. This is a passport to success. That's all. This is not success. Getting a degree, your results have come or not, I am not sure. Maybe results have come, yet to come. Okay. When your results do come, you get some good marks. Don't worry, even if it is a pass mark. It is only a passport to success. Passport doesn't mean that you have achieved. It's only a permit for you to achieve. If you have a degree, people will feel that you have crossed the benchmark. For example, when you go for sports selection, they will say benchmark, high jump 1.2 meters, long jump 5 meters, like that they will fix a benchmark. If you clear that only, they will take you for the competition. So this is only a competition. And those who want to go for higher studies, better do it immediately. What happens is, when the time passes on, your interest in studies will diminish. Also your skills for conceiving the knowledge will come down. So those who want to go for higher studies, better finish it off. And those who don't want to go for higher studies, get the first job. Get the first job. Don't wait for your favorite job. Why I am saying is, I recruit so many people. Ahilya is a big organization. Thousands of employees are there. So we have to conduct interview for so many posts. Right from messenger post up to director post, we have to conduct interviews. And when we conduct interview, one point we keep in mind. If a person has been idle at home for 1 year or 2 years, we don't select them. Why? We are keeping in mind this point. If you got a degree, you have been not doing anything for 2 years, if you come in front of an interviewer, they will say outright no. Because it shows that you have been idling. Idling makes you rusty, makes you useless. Your knowledge span reduces. That is what I am saying. Don't worry about whether you get a great job or a highly paid job. If you want to go for a job, go for the first job. Then jump over. Nobody says that you should stick on to that job. Nowadays that compulsory conditions are not there. Nobody is doing that. The labor laws have become very stringent. No organization can keep you for a long. The contract law is modified. Every organization will give you only 1 month contract or 3 months contract period or 6 months contract period or 1 year contract period, maximum up to 3 years contract period normally. So in the 3 years contract period also you will have a provision for 1 month notice or 2 month notice. So there is no compulsion that you have to work there for long. No compulsion. So get a job. If you want a job, join the job. If you want to study, do it now. Why? Because if you study in this continuum process, the studies will be easier. After 1 or 2 years, if you come back to study, I am telling another example. Many of the retired teachers apply for jobs. While going through the biodata, if I see they have been keeping idle for more than 6 months, we will not call them. Why? The academic sector is going such a revival every month that a teacher who retired 6 months back or 1 year back is not fit now. You get the point? So don't be idle for any time. If you are qualified, you have a degree, you have 2 choices. You want to go for higher studies, you want to go for a job. Maybe very rarely you can go for research after degree. For a research, 99% of the places you need a post-graduation. Otherwise, you need a 4-year degree for research. After a 3-year degree, nobody will admit you for research. There are 4-year degrees many places. And also remember, your 3-year degree is not recognized all over the world. Around 80% of the countries don't recognize 3-year degree. You should have 5-year PG, 3+2. Otherwise, you should have 4-year integrated degree. You get my point? So if you want to go to other country like the European countries or American countries, Gulf countries, they even accept 3-year degree because they are not that much stringent on them. But you will get only low-paid jobs. For any academic jobs, any high-level jobs, you need either a 4-year degree or a 5-year PG. So those who want to go higher in life, into that level, don't stop at this level, go higher. Because there is an agreement which is called the Tokyo Agreement. Have you heard it? There are 2 agreements. One is the Washington Accord and one is the Tokyo Accord. Washington Accord is for engineer and skill courses. Tokyo Accord is for general courses. So countries which are under the Tokyo courses, they accept only 4-year degree at international level. 4-year degree means honors degrees are there. BA honors, BSc honors, 4-year degrees. Or MSc integrated is there, MA integrated is there, 4-year. Or 3-year BSc plus 2-year PG. That is only accepted. Now from this year onwards, Kerala is going to offer 4-year degree. So they can save 1 year. You have to have 5 years, but you get 2 degrees. They are going to have a 4-year degree. You are having a degree and a postgraduate degree. But that 4 years degree will be taken as equivalent in most of the cases to a PG degree, so that they can join the research. Notification has come from the Technological University. Those who have done 4-year degree can join for PhD directly. It was there in IITs and IITs earlier itself. Those who have done 4-year degree, they are having very high CGPA, above 9, they can directly join for PhD. That was there. So keep in mind, you didn't get that chance because when you were students, only 3-year degrees were there. Only this year, I don't know whether the order has come to the college. Government has decided in principle. Maybe this college also may change some degrees to 4 years. You can change. That order will come to the colleges this week itself. You got it already. Okay. It is already in the news. The circular has also been published by the government. So that's a change. Education system is going to a drastic change. You know, the national education policy has come up in 2020. Hereafter, even without going to college, students can pass 40%, 50% of the subjects. Only remaining 50% they have to go to the college. As per the present rule, only 40% you can study from elsewhere. By SWAYAM courses, by MOOC courses, by NPTEL courses. 60% you have to go to college. But now UGC is going to revise it again. 50% you have to study from college and 50% you can study by MOOC courses or such things. So what will happen? By the time you join for PG, many of you would like to have half a day break off, right? Morning come to the college, afternoon go home and study for MOOC courses is possible. The Kerala's universities have to accept it. They will accept it right now because UGC has already given it. So they will accept it and it will become a norm. So I have taken I think it's time for me to finish now. Continuing may not be advisable because I have taken more than much time. I am very happy that I could come and meet you all. I don't think I have given any message to you. I was telling some blunt realities, what is going on in life. And remember, I am adding to that some of the worries I have got about the social changes in Kerala. One I already mentioned, houses are getting vacated. Second thing, the worry is that the marriage system and family system is going to break off. The third thing is that Kerala is going to be an aged state. Only you can prevent it. Every house now, including my house, only old people are there. Not new people. They all go out. Either they get qualified and go, or they go out and then qualify and stay there. That system has come because you see that in Kerala we have got only 3.25 crores of people, whereas 1 crore people from Kerala are elsewhere. They have been supporting our economy so far. Many of your parents, relatives would have been in the Gulf countries or European countries. That system is going to vanish. Hereafter, people who are going there will never come back. They get settled there. That is another concern. And next concern is that our education system is having so many unwanted things right now. Unlike any other country in the world, strikes, boycotting, copying, forging, all these are getting into our education system. Kerala used to have a good name among the world countries. Among the world countries, we had 2 good names. One good name was that we had the highest literacy. Second good name was that our degrees are genuine. Second good name we are slowly losing. I don't know who is the reason for it, but I feel pitiable that many institutions, many individuals are going on the wrong path, which will ultimately affect the education system in this state. A bad state of affairs. But these are some concerns which I expressed. I am happy that I could see all of you. If you are coming my side, visit my campus. It is worth visiting. So many museums, so many gardens. Have you heard about Ahilya? It is the largest campus in Kerala, spread in thousands of acres. So many museums, colleges, hospitals. I am not saying that you should take admission there. You can visit and go. That is enough. You can see some good butterflies, you can see some good sculptures, some museums are there, and so many people are coming in buses to visit and go. From Cherpulasserry also. I am inviting you all, if you are coming that side by a college bus, I think you have already passed out, so the college may not get a bus. But you can come in groups and just visit. Okay, so thank you. I am specifically thankful to your executive director for following up me many times, and he has been very earnest. And I also had she has not come, Mrs. Girija of the SN College. She will come. She also told me it is a good college. Very lovely people are there. You should go and visit here. I think it is right. They are all good people, very calm and composed people. I hope that you will have a very good future, and your future is the future of the state. And with these few words, I inaugurate this convocation of the Cherpulasserry College of Science and Technology. Thank you very much.